Welcome back, everyone. Going in the second half here of episode 121 of Court of Swords. Adam, what's up?
Well, you've entered the wall with the hopes of coming through on the other side.
Right.
So I think what we see is the desert. The camera is out in it, and as before, we see, and it's much less like monochrome than it was from inside. Seeing
That's
it from
good news.
here, it's clear. It's clear that it's nighttime. We can see the moon hanging in the sky. We can see some stars glittering. It's a clear night. There are dunes of sand that are sort of blowing. And slowly, we watch this scene kind of peel away until it's clear that the dunes of sand are something else. They're not grains of sand. It's something lighter. Things become gray. The midnight blue kind of peels away. The moon becomes obscured by shadow. And that's the scene that you come into, Maharib. You emerge, and we see your foot step into the sand. We see the wind kind of blowing this stuff around you, and you step out into this scene. And behind you, and we never see where you come from, right? It's very specifically shot, so we just see you
Just
enter
kind
the
of out of
frame.
nowhere, basically.
Yeah, and if you turn to look, you're at first you think you're alone in the desert. I'm gonna keep calling it a desert, but you're not walking on dunes of sand. This is something else. And you can, at a glance, see a little ways in the distance what looks like smoke rising from the other side of a dune. But otherwise, it's quite dark and cold, and there's a faint wind blowing this substance around.
If I turn around from what I suspected I came from, it's not there. There's nothing there.
No, you don't see anything. You're alone.
Okay.
So Berg, Broken Promises, and Ramus, maybe when Mahari turns to look and realizes, like, shit, everybody's gone, when that happens, we cut back to Berg, Broken Promises, and Ramus. Once Mahari passes through the wall, he vanishes. Amira says to the room, where did he go? And she's speaking Infernal, so I guess Broken Promises, you can understand her.
Yeah, she doesn't speak common.
No, she can't speak common.
I don't know. You saw what we saw.
Well, someone should go after him.
We're seeing the same scene though, like the translucent wall.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's all foggy. It's all foggy for you. But you can't see Maharib.
Well, you went somewhere, and somewhere is better than here, I would think.
What if somewhere is... she doesn't understand you. So she says to Broken Promises, again, someone should go after him. Clearly meaning to you, like, are you going to do it?
Well, yes. Amira is suggesting that someone should go after him, and that someone should be me, and I agree. However, Berg would have to be last because Berg is the doorway. So,
Yeah.
if nobody objects, I will proceed through the wall.
Well,
okay.
Maybe just give him a minute. Maybe he'll come back through. If we don't hear from him in a little bit, then maybe go in.
Well, we could do the same thing that you did when you were swallowed by the void creature and tie a rope around me.
That's actually a good idea. I can't believe we didn't do that to him.
Yeah, maybe on the other
Fair
side,
enough.
I'm like looking, I'm like, fuck, we should have done the rope.
You think about it at the same time.
So yeah, we cut back to you, and you're like holding a rope. Like, what a dumbass I am. So Maharib, are you just gonna stand around, or are you gonna? I mean, the only thing aside from just like walking out into the dust, there's just that little line of smoke kind of rising up from over the dune.
Yeah, I think the first thing I do is I like go through. I turn back. I don't see anyone there. I'm just, Remus, Berg, can you hear me?
Yeah, there's no answer. The wind seems to catch your words and whip them away.
Yeah. Fuck. If I can, I'll like kneel down and do the gladiator thing with whatever this grain is on the ground. What? It's not sand.
Make a nature check.
16.
Okay, so you grab a handful of it and just kind of like let it sift through your fingers.
Yeah.
It's ash. And at first, like it's like grabbing a handful of ash from the bottom of a campfire pit, right? And it sifts through your fingers. And as you let it sift, like you do, the bits that haven't quite broken up are still in there. And I think when you open your hand, there's some like little bits of unrecognizable material, and there's a human tooth.
I like put it between my fingers and put it up to the light, as it were, just with maybe that. Is there a moon? I think that's what I do. I look up and like go for the stars or go for the moon to put behind it to see if I can like illuminate it all. Do I see that?
Yeah, I think there's no clear moon, but like there's clouds in the sky and there's some light diffusing down. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see.
Okay. Just a normal human tooth.
Yeah, I mean it's broken. It's got like a crack in it, and it's charred. It's like a tooth you pulled out of a fire.
You said, does the ground seem sturdy, or does it just seem like I'm stepping on a bunch of ash?
Yeah, it's just like piles and piles of ash. It's dense enough that it can hold your weight, but yeah, if you climb the dune, you'll have to do so carefully. But that's true of sand too.
I just want to take my hand and like plunge it straight into the ash and just feel around to see if there's like skeletons, bones, armor.
Yeah, like if you get down on your knees and you like dig around, yeah, you can pull up like bits from there, and yeah, maybe you find like a partially melted necklace, more pieces of bone, like a rib, a broken off rib.
In the
rumors, like stuff.
In the rumors that I had heard of the city of Brass, was it burnt? Was there burning that occurred, or was it just destroyed? Like, what was the process of it being eliminated?
Make a history check.
21.
Something terrible woke up beneath the city, and like a dog shaking off water destroyed everything about it.
Okay. So I infer that I'm standing upon the ruins of the city of Brass at this point. And if I see smoke coming up from on the other side of a dune, I start walking towards that.
Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna head over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we stick with you as you ascend the side of the dune, and when you get to the top, you can see in a little like lower area, there is what for a moment looks to you like it looks like just like a stone, like a rocky outcropping. And below it, you see a campfire. Everything here again is in this kind of like dark, kind of grayish tone. You can see there are figures huddled around a campfire. Two sitting, and then several others asleep, like taking shelter under this outcropping.
How far away am I from it?
I don't know, a couple of 100 feet.
How close would I need to be to see if I can tell if they're armed or not?
Closer. It's more that it's so dark.
Right. How far have I walked from where I originally started? And also, are the footsteps still in the ash, or have they been swept away?
There's a pretty steady wind that's blown away your footprints.
Okay, so I have no way of telling how far I've gone, relatively speaking.
You just look back and see featureless.
Great. Okay. If I'm up high, so I want to kind of go down at an angle, not necessarily go straight down, but kind of circle around so that I can be on like equal level as this camp that I can see.
Okay.
Not be above it, but
Yeah.
to where I can still see it, and not be
and
seen
you want
as
to
well.
approach. Yeah, you want to approach with the idea of not being seen.
Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully.
Make a stealth check.
I have disadvantage on this, I would assume, with plate armor, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, I would have had a crit.
Cruel disadvantage.
Yeah, I
All
got
right, well, you got a
10.
10. So you begin your approach, and you get closer, and you can hear. I think you can hear them talking quietly. But there's still like the kind of wind blowing, and you can't hear like what they're saying, but you can hear the two that are awake are talking. You see one of them pass the other a cup. The three that are asleep are kind of like up against the back of this overhanging like crop of stone. But as you get closer to it, it's the stone that grabs your attention. It's not just a natural like rock outcropping where the ash is blown away. It appears to be, you see the edge of like an iron gate. You see part of a window frame. You see bits of architecture, maybe a cracked like a minaret. And it seems like someone has taken, and it's not physically constructed, but it looks like all the debris of a city and just like smushed together in the shape of a natural like rocky outcropping.
Okay.
And that's just jutting up out of the ash.
I'm gonna take a chance and make myself known from far away rather than sneaking up. So I stand up and do one of these things in the air to wave my hand so that they see that I'm approaching the camp.
No one seems to notice you. They don't look up. They don't stand. No one grabs weapons.
I will continue to make myself known and walk towards them.
Okay.
If they don't speak or rather react to me, the closer I get, I will speak out loud. But you tell me what happens.
Okay. So you get closer to them, and they're having a conversation, and they're speaking common, but it has like a pretty significant accent, and some of the words don't make sense to you.
Right.
You have to like concentrate on what they're saying to make out anything. But they don't notice you at all. They don't seem to see you. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll speak and comment and just say, excuse me, do you mind if I join your camp?
They don't hear you. There's no response. And from this distance, from speaking distance, you can see there are 5 of them. 3 of them are asleep in like bedrolls. 2 of them are still awake, though you can't see their features. They're wearing like head wraps, and they have not masks, but they have like scarves wrapped around their faces. One is a woman, one is a man. You think based on their like size and the tone of their voice. And when you walk up, you say that, and you wait to hear them, and so you hear very clearly. The man looks at the other 3 and says, "You think they're asleep?" And then the woman says, "After today, of course." And the man says, "Who is it going to be?" And they go back and forth, and it says, "Well, you know who it has to be." And the other says, "I think he'll do it willingly. His obsessions, endings, the tower, it's become incessant. I mean, he's our brother, and I don't mean to make this choice swiftly, but someone has to do it." And it's clear that after that, the other one is like, "I don't want to talk about this anymore." And so she changes the subject, and she says, "We can't build a city in the middle of a desert." And he says, "That's what the ritual is for. We need to wake it up." And she says, "You know how to put it back to sleep?" "I trust in heaven." And so the two of them, they kind of, the conversation awkwardly comes to an end where they're just like, there's no good answer here, and they just kind of like let it hang. But they don't see you or notice you at all, and you overhear this conversation.
Am I in the camp at this point, like standing right next to them?
You're close. Yeah, you're in the firelight. Yeah.
I'll reach down and grab anything that looks to be of theirs to see if I am corporeal and where they are.
So it's not that you're not corporeal, it's that they're not. So when you come over, if you reach down for, like, they have a teapot sitting next to the fire, and if you reach in, your hand passes through it.
Okay. Can I reach down into the heap of ashes and find something solid?
Mm-hmm.
And just like
a chunk.
Just like a schmatter, like hopefully a bunch of just teeth, whatever, small little trinkets, and just like.
I think you find a piece of armor. It's like a twisted, like shoulder, like a pauldron or whatever.
Okay, I just throw it towards one of them.
Okay, yeah. It passes through them the same way that your hands did.
1 second. Let me look at my inventory.
Yeah. Well, so you do that, and then we'll cut back. So Broken Promises, Berg, Ramus, Mira. What do we see when we cut back to you?
Smoking a J, chilling.
Sick. That is like the best possible thing to do right before you go into a dungeon. Yeah, right. Smoke can't escape the room, so yeah.
Like,
we just see Berg throw a huge bag of weed into the fire. Like a garbage bag of it, like the back of a lawnmower.
Woo!
Awesome.
Finally got rid of him.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, no shit. The fucking party pooper's gone. Let's go. All right. No, I look.
I'm still holding the thing.
I think after we waited a sufficient amount of time, being like, whether it's 30 seconds to a couple of minutes, to see if Mahuri like tries to make his way back, or we get any sign from him. As soon as we don't, I look to the rest of the group, and I just say, well, wish me luck. I grab a thin rope from my belt and wrap it around myself and hand the other end to Amira. We'll see if this works.
Okay.
And I start pushing through to see if I can push through the wall.
Yeah, as long as Berg holds the light up to it, the wall is permeable.
Okay. And I just keep pushing, and my last words before I actually go face first into the wall is to Amira, don't let go. Into the wall I go.
All right, yeah. So same thing. You sink into the wall and emerge in that same place, the field of ash, and there's no sign of Maharib. You do see a faint line of smoke rising up in the distance.
Okay. Is the rope still attached and going through the wall?
No. The rope is just hanging from your belt where it was cut.
Yeah. I thought that might happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
So
pesky
inside,
magical void wall can't be
inside
bested by a
Amira
rope.
holds it. Yeah, inside Amira holds it, and then the rope just goes boop and like falls off of the wall. And she turns and looks at you, Ramus, and shrugs. And now she can't speak the same language as anyone in the room, so she just kind of like shrugs at you.
I turn around and try and push back through where I came from.
There's nothing. There's just empty air
Yeah.
behind you.
Oh, so there's no wall, no nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's
It's like
nothing at
opening
all.
a portal door and then the portal closes
Gotcha.
behind you kind of deal.
Yeah, so you're just
Okay.
standing out in the open. Yep.
And I turn around, hopefully expecting to see like this wall. Nothing there. Broken rope. I untie the rope from my waist, tie what's left of it, like the 3 feet that I have left of it, put it back on my belt, and just look around for Maharib See if I can find his footprints or anything like that.
As with Maharib, you can't see anything but the raising line of smoke.
Or are there stars?
No.
No moon, no stars.
No, there's like clouds blocking some source of light, but you can't tell what it is.
Yeah. I'll just shout for him then. Maharib! Maharib!
Okay, yeah. Maharib, you hear Broken Promise's voice at a great distance.
Yeah, the second that I hear that, I just broken promises. What over here? I just start like flailing my hands in the air, hoping he can. I just don't care, you know. I just hope he could see me.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say you put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care?
I put my hands in the air and waved them around as if I wasn't invested in any particular outcome.
Exactly.
Oh, God, it hurt. That's hilarious.
Yep.
All right,
Very
so
nice.
I go towards the voice and probably, rightly so, towards the smoke.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like hustle as much as I can, realizing like this is not sand. This is something completely other than sand.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, right? Yeah, it's like it's ash to me as well, right?
It's something else, but unless you take a minute to like actually look and see what it is.
Well, I'm wondering if
you
I would
can't.
stumble as I was going and like get my hands.
Yeah,
in it on accident.
the texture and stuff is different. But remember, where you're from, fire doesn't burn, so ash is pretty rare.
Oh, sure, yeah. So I don't know what
thing
the
that
fuck this
creates
is.
ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put that aside until I find Maharib, and then I'll ask him about it.
Okay.
I would
So you
assume
start to
he
climb the
comes
hill.
over a hill or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's climbing up the hill. Meanwhile, Ramus, Berg, and Amira, what are you going to do?
Well, obviously that was not a door. It was more of a portal. You go through, you can't come back. I don't know where the hell they are. And I don't know how to speak to this one, Berg. When it's
Yeah, Amira looks at the two of you holding this rope like, well,
Oh God, I didn't consider that. Fuck.
now what do we do?
What if we tell her to go through? Surely she'll understand that.
yeah,
Or
it's
like
just that-
points to Amira and like smiles a little like like hold on.
So you point at her and then point at the wall.
No. I pointed her for a second while I'm talking to Ramus so she's not like annoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, like
She
one
just
second.
scowls at you under her mask.
I just worry if we go through there, I don't know where that goes. It could be
Well-
dead for all we know.
It's not here. We've been through a lot here, Ramus. A lot of dungeons and horrible places we didn't know what was going to happen. But what I've learned, I think I've learned, is that it's better to try something when there are no options at all here. Unless you want me to go in the fire and burn myself.
Well, no. I need you to carry stuff. And, I look down and I like holding in my hand like this pendant of the sun that I've been holding on to forever. Like it's like the one thing I brought with me from the monastery and I still have to this day that reminds me of like all my time at the monastery. And I just chuck the thing into the fire. Like I'm sick and tired of holding on to all this shit and just throw it into the flame.
Yeah. So you cast this old holy symbol into the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do, it goes into the fire. You throw it in there. There's a flare up, as if you'd like thrown lighter fluid into it. It flickers and flares up. And the walls become like thinner. Berg, it's like when you had your light on them, but it's permanent. And so now the walls are you can see the desert outside, even in places where you're not pressing the hammer up to it.
That did something. Berg, are you holding on to anything that means a lot to you?
This is the part where you just pick up Ramus and throw him in the fire.
Any
sorry,
I love you,
Ramus.
Ramus.
any object of value, not person. Anything with
Here's the thing,
memories.
there was stuff that Berg had on him, but then he died and went to heaven and then came back. Like, so
I think so. Here's the thing. The first object that came to mind, and I think it'd be reasonable for you to just have it for the sake of the story. That black feather that you've been carrying around.
yeah, I mean that's
forever and ever.
naturally where my mind went. Yes. So, yes, if we're gonna go that route, yes, that was the first thing that I thought of as well. So
Yeah, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
So yeah, Berg like thinks for a moment and then pulls out of his like not his backpack. You know what I mean? The pack.
Yeah.
Pulls out like a black feather, twirls it around.
Let it go, Berg. Where we're going, we have to travel light.
But you see, it's so light already. No.
Past is the heaviest thing you hold.
Maybe you're right.
He just like throws it into the fire.
Okay. Yeah. So you let it go, and it again, same thing. It falls into the fire and like flares up, and the walls become thinner.
I go to Amira and I point.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, she's just watching you throw things in the fire, and she's smart enough to see the effect.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
I point to her, and I go like,
Yeah, she's nodding. She understands before you even tell her. So she walks over to you, Berg, and she puts her hands. It's hard to communicate when you do. She can't speak to you. She puts her hands on your wrists. She needs you to have both your hands free. So maybe she tries to take the hammer from you, not like aggressively, but is like, give it to me or like give it to Ramus or something. She wants to get the hammer out of your hands.
All right. Berg hands the hammer to Ramus.
Okay. Yeah. So when you do,
it's really heavy for him.
It's very, very heavy and immediately goes black, but the room is still lit. You can still see through it. And so you do that. And she looks at you and can you make an insight check?
Sure. I'm great at these. Not too bad.
13. Okay. So you can read from her right now. She is not certain about what she's about to do, and she's a little scared. That's what she's feeling. You have no idea what she's about to do, but that's the feeling you get when she looks at you. And then she takes your hands and she puts them on her shoulders and like squeezes your hands like hold on. Like hold on to her. What do? You just leave your hands there? You like hold her in place?
It's getting a little dicey. I think Berg looks at Ramus for a second and is just like,
I'm like, I don't know what she's doing. I'm like,
yeah, I guess he just lets it.
Okay. So you like hang on to her. Okay. So she reaches her hands up. You can see her taking a couple of deep breaths, and she reaches her hands up and she puts them on her horns. And she looks at you like, okay, here we go. And you watch her like neck muscles and her like shoulders and her arms like flex really hard. She grits her teeth, and there's a cracking sound. And you can feel her like flinch, like she's trying to get away. and she needs you to hold her in place so she can finish the job, so she doesn't like collapse.
Yeah, okay. I get Berg immediately understands and then just like grips the fuck out of her so that way
Hold on to her.
Gives her like looks
yeah.
at her square in the eyes and is like, "You got this."
Yeah, and at first it's just like cracking, and then there's a break, and she pulls down with both arms, like screaming, and she shatters both of her horns off, like right at their root. And then she collapses like in your arms because it hurts so bad. So she just her knees give out, and she drops both of them on the floor. And it takes her a second, and you feel her kind of like recover a little bit, and she like pushes your hands away and like steps back from you, like, okay, all right, you did it. I don't need this. And she takes a step back, and she crouches down, she picks them up, and she holds them out and throws them in the fire. And when she does, the flames like flare up again, and the walls of the place shimmer and like blow away, basically. The fire, the brazier itself, the floor, the walls, all of that just turns to mist and floats away. And the three of you can now see Broken Promises climbing up the side of a dune towards a faint line of smoke. And in the like movie version of Court of Swords, we would all get, now that you're all in the same area, we would get a subtitle that would appear in like the kind of like void font that says "The Mass Grave," and then fades as the camera kind of pulls back. So Broken Promises, you reach the top of the dune, and you see the camp. You see Maharib standing and like waving and shouting.
You got out. What? How did you? Come down. They cannot hear me. It's as if I don't exist. Come down here.
I follow him down. I go down to him. It was the same way you got out. I just used the light of Berg's hammer and pushed through, but there was nothing from where I came from. The building was gone. The room was gone. I went so far as to tie a rope to myself.
I thought about the rope afterwards. I'm glad it didn't work. I would have felt stupid. Did they follow you through? What was the plan?
No, they did not. I was sent to see if I could possibly retrieve you, bring you back, or see where you were, or find a way. And I turn around to look at where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're down a hill, aren't we? Like you climb.
You're at the bottom of like a little valley.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Some like stone
never mind
at the bottom.
I just point back to where I came from. I fell in the middle of whatever this is, and I pick up a handful of it. Whatever this is, and I just like kind of sift it through my fingers.
It seems like ash. When I first got here, before it.
I'm sorry. What?
It's what happened when something burns. I found a tooth and armor. It seems like whatever happened here was a great loss.
Ash.
Yes.
Ash. I've heard of it. It's very rare.
It's very common here, especially when something like this burns. You see these people. Are the people still here, like walking around us?
Yeah. So you've been here long enough that whatever it is that you were witness to, it's like looping. They're having the same conversation. So when you turn back, Maharib, you have that moment of deja vu where you see the man pass the woman a cup that he's just poured of this tea. You see one of the people like roll over in their sleep a little bit, and then they have that same conspiratorial conversation.
Do you remember that story that Ramus told about the founding of the city of Brass?
Yes, I do.
I think this is them. The five. I've seen this story.
Saying we're witnessing a story being played out?
I don't think a story. We're inside of a memory or something like that. I've seen this already happen. And
hello?
It doesn't matter. They cannot hear you.
I walk up closer to them.
Put your hand through them. They do not exist. They do, but they don't. I
try to put my hand on one of their shoulders.
You pass right through them.
It is as you say. It seems like we're Viewing a memory.
Yeah. But why this? What they are tearing? He is telling her that it has to be one of them in terms of who has, I think, sacrifice. If this is what I'm reading the situation correctly, why this memory? And who controlled this? Ramus said that heaven did not create this. This is one of their doing. I think.
Well, the place we were in before, that room we were in, was known to heaven, but not created by heaven.
Right.
But is this place the same?
I don't know. Hopefully Ramus walks through that wall and we can have him.
I think it's beyond them. We come over the hill.
Yeah, like a.
Yeah.
You got out? Did you? What happened? Are the others with you? I think I like.
Yeah,
look
they're
past them.
here.
Okay. I think I see Berg, and then like Amira shows up and. What happened to? What did you do? I start like running up the mountain.
Yeah, so you see her and she's just got like her horns broken off. And it's just like the ends of broken bones. And so you run over. And she so you run over to her. What does that look like when you run up? Do you like grab her? Do you what is the interaction here? Is it care? Is it upset?
It's one of desperation, I think is probably what it is. He's just trying to figure out the situation, and for the past couple of hours has been utterly lost, and this just confounds him more so. So it's like, running up. What happened, Ramus? What the? I leave for 5 seconds, and she's. What happened?
So she in Giant, she says to you, and I think this is another giantish. It's like another giantish like parable. She says, you never end a journey the same person you are when you leave. And it's like the cap like narrative of a story about like
Right.
constantly traveling and how sometimes you learn things from the journey, and that the reason that the people move from one place to another is to learn and to become different.
I don't understand. How did you get out? Why? What happened here, Ramus, Berg? Please. I'm being told a parable. It does not answer the specifics.
We had to let go of things, throw it into the fire. Things we held on to, cared about. She chose their horns. Very brave of her.
Did you convey this? What did you give up?
I'm just laughing because it's like I give up a feather.
Yeah, no, that's going to be the response.
I gave up. I mean, they're all metaphors. It's just some of them were more difficult.
So instead
than
of just
others.
saying a feather, like Berg thinks about that for a second, was about to say it, and then this is growth from Berg. He can see the intelligence he's able to predict. But he pauses for a second. He's like,
Well, it won't sound like much, but I threw in a feather, black feather, from an old friend who suffered the fate many do, who are friends of mine.
Did you pluck it from your own skin? These are connected to her body, Berg. Is this how you got out? Ramus, did you sacrifice something as well and the room disappeared? Is that what occurred?
Yes. The test was giving up something so that you may pass into this place. Something that means something to you. The way you got through was cheating, but you managed to get through.
And then in Giant, are you okay? And I don't know if there's a word for like the feeling of being okay within Giant. I don't think there's words for feelings at all
Right.
within Giant, so maybe that's in like Infernal. To Amira.
She says, don't yell at them. Not everyone's wounds are on the outside. Where are we?
I don't know. We're in a memory or something. I say in common, Ramus, I think those are the 5 people you said founded this city. Down there talking. 2 of them are talking about how it has to be him. Speaking of course, I guess to the person that sacrificed themselves. That it has to
I'm trying to get
awaken
a
something.
try to get a real good look and see if I see Hassan in them amongst them.
No, but you do, I think. I mean, they have their faces covered to protect them from the sand, so I don't think you recognize anybody. But you do see that they appear to be traveling. Well, like they're talking. If they're talking about Hassan, it's because he's asleep, and they're talking about like, cool, we're gonna have to do the thing, right? So yeah, it'd be hard to place him, but like, yeah, based on like their clothes and the stuff they're carrying around, you can make like an Arcana check or a History check, depending, and I'll give you information based on what you pick.
Okay. I will do history check. 8.
Okay, their clothes are old. They have some vaguely reminiscent elements of like fashion in the Court of Wands, but you can't place anything specific about where they would be or like anything like that.
Okay. Broken promises. Do you have any experience with illusions or whatever is happening here? This loop?
No, this is all new to me. I barely know what we were standing on. It had to be kind of explained to me.
I look out to the horizon and just, is there for any other signs of any structures or anything in the distance?
Yeah. So almost as if like responding to your searching, right? As soon as you're like, I wonder if, and then you look, you see. I think that there are two kind of things that draw your attention. One is a faint pillar of light, almost like a tower, if you will. A pillar of light in the distance, see through, and like kind of like when someone takes a really strong spotlight and just points it straight up, so you can just see it climbing up into the sky. So you see that, and then I think you also spot a road. It's faint, and you look up and you can just see it kind of like maybe the ash blows away enough that you can see the edge of a pillar, and then part of a road kind of like sticking through. And you recognize that right away. Like you've seen this pillar. It's one of those pillars. It's one of those pillars that holds up the train in the city of Brest, but it's broken off. There are big claw marks on one side of it. And then you see a road underneath that winds away into the desert.
Do you guys see those over there? The pillar of light in the distance.
What? Yes, I did not notice it before, but yes, I do. What about it?
I don't know. Like, I don't think we're gonna get any answers here. This is obviously just a loop that's happening over and over again.
Is there any way to figure out? You have a way to remove magic, do you not? The bugfucker was doing it to broken promises. This is created by magic.
Well, it depends on how strong the magic is.
Are you not
Right.
Ramus,
Well,
master of magic?
Well, you have to dispel at the same power level. as the illusion itself, but I could try.
Well, I've never heard of Ramus being bested by anything, so.
Step back.
I like fold my
And-
arms and walk back, and maybe Broken Promises catches me being real smug.
Yeah, right.
And
I imagine Broken Promises
I
and Amira
do.
both roll their eyes at you like,
Yes.
okay, of course.
I cast Dispel Magic on the looping illusion.
Okay. So let's see. The DC, you have to make an ability check. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah. Go ahead and make that check.
Do well.
An
Let's
ability
see.
check using wisdom.
Wisdom.
You're very wise.
And I can never remember if Dispel Magic uses your proficiency bonus or not. Let me see.
Don't know.
Because it's like one of those things where it's like, what kinds of checks? The ability check called for in Dispel Magic doesn't add your proficiency bonus, except if you're an abjuration wizard. Okay.
Okay, so just
Just add
D20
your
plus
wisdom.
my wisdom.
Yeah.
24.
Oh, hot damn. 24. Okay. All right. So you pray to heaven to burn away this illusion. And I think for just a second you interrupt the loop. It plays through a bit differently, where this time that awkward silence when he's like, it has to be done or whatever. There's that awkward silence, and you cast the spell, and the woman looks up and looks right at you, and she says, "What was that sound?" And then the spell takes effect, and the whole scene just blows away in the wind. They all freeze in place and then turn to fog and blow away.
Well, it worked. I guess.
Damn right it worked.
Right. What I'm saying, yes, I knew it would. But is there something to learn from this? I start like sifting through the areas where they were all sitting and the different.
Oh, also everybody take inspiration. There have been several times. I have notes, but I haven't had a chance to interrupt and get it. So do it before I forget.
Okay. Yeah, I start kind of searching.
No, there's
through
nothing. There's nothing here, Mahuri.
Just ash.
Yeah, just ash and bits of dust and bone fragments. And, yeah.
All this shows me we're dealing with illusions. It could be in like some sort of playground of illusions. I don't know.
Broken.
We're still no closer to figuring out where exactly we are we?
No.
We were kind of in a place like this that had illusions in the city of Brass.
What do you mean?
We were in the vault where whatever we wanted would appear before us.
I had
Try
heard of
desiring
that.
something. What do you desire most, Maharib?
I close my eyes to get the fuck out of here.
Nothing happens.
And I like open my eyes. Was that too much? Close my eyes again, and just say like, a steak. Open my eyes again.
Yeah, like some roast goat.
Yeah. I was trying to think of some
no.
sort of meat.
Yeah, I feel like goats would be a pretty common thing. No, there are no such thing appears before you.
Doesn't seem to work.
Oh, we're not there then.
Adam, when we were seeing, sorry to interrupt, Dan. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
Well, we can either go down this road here or check out that pillar of light in the distance. All I see around me otherwise is ash.
I suppose the pillar. You said illusions, broken promises. Do you know much about illusionary magic? Are they able to form a physical object and trap someone inside of them if they believe it to be? Do you understand what I'm getting at? That the thing that we were stuck in was not real, but we thought it to be real?
Well, in my experience, the illusions are as strong as the belief in them are. But if you strike them or hit them or anything like that, then they cease to be illusions and they are real. Unless the illusions in the mind are a very confusing thing. But it would have to be an illusion that all of us believed, and also all of us were able to touch and feel and that kind of thing. I don't know any illusion that's like that.
Right. Well, I suppose all we have is that pillar of light in the distance, so we could take a rest if you really want to. I'm not sure what camp will be like in this. I kind of like kick up some of the ash.
Can any of you tell how far in the distance that light is?
You'd have to get up somewhere high to be able to tell, because right now there's like you're at the bottom of a little valley, so you don't even know where it touches. You from here you can even tell if it's coming from
Like the ground,
above
yeah.
down or going from down up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No idea. We'd have to reach a vantage point of sorts.
Well, I say we get going then. When we get tired enough, we find a spot, feasible spot to lay our heads down. Perhaps Ramus can. Oh my goodness. I just thought of something. If we're in your world, I wonder if I can eat your food.
We could eat yours.
Yes, eventually, right?
Might just
Right
take
now
time.
you're
Hold
not
on.
gonna eat anything because you have the big helmet on, right?
Well, no, that's just gonna say. Hold on a moment. Now, I may start to act funny, but I have to see if this will work. I'm gonna take my mask off.
Do you really want to add this to our plate at the moment?
Well, let's do it now or do it later, but I have to do it, so might as well pile it on now.
All right.
So I just like kind of unstrap it, like pull it up, like just to hear, just so I can, if I need to pull it down real quick, I can still have it.
So in Giant, as you're doing this, Mahari Bamira says, "What is she doing? Why is she doing that? You're not going to let her do that, are you? You should stop her."
I can't control her, Amira.
She just mumbles something to herself. So yeah, you finish taking the straps off. You take the mask off. The air is cold and bitter. Like immediately you can taste in the back of your throat this kind of ammonia, like chemical taste. The air is blowing the ash around and bits of it kind of get in your eyes. Like it's not pleasant. I need you to make a saving throw, please. It is going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, yep.
All right, here we go. A
Oh,
10,
dear.
big 10.
Okay, all right.
Are you wise enough to not get super duper high?
No. So yeah, immediately the presence of this place just starts to take apart your consciousness. You see at first you're kind of blinking like, is anything happening? What's happening? And you look at Maharib, and he seems fine. You look around, everybody seems fine, and you look down at the sand, and you see faces in the ash, like screaming faces. Patterns of them kind of blurring and blending and sort of flowing together. You hear a faint creaking sound, and when you look up, the piece of rock that's jutting up out of the desert seems to be extending and growing, and there are like little bits of debris falling off of it. It also seems to be bleeding. You feel a drop of blood like land on your face. And while all this is happening, let me see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a second here. What cantrips do you have? Broken Promises?
I have Friends, Firebolt, Blade Ward, Hobble, Message, and Frostbite.
Okay. Can you just like roll as if you were attacking somebody with Firebolt?
Oh, you bet I can. I'd love to.
You betcha.
Boop, 25 I roll.
Roll damage.
Okay.
Sick.
Let me do 19.
Nice.
Jesus.
Okay, so what you see, Broken Promises, is you just turn and you're looking at everybody, and then there's the blood. You wipe the blood off your face, and you turn and you look at Ramus. And Ramus appears to be on fire, with that same fire that you saw inside. And it's just like he's just like standing in it. He's all consumed. His eyes are burning. The whole thing. He's just a halo of fire around him, and he's just looking at you. But in reality, Broken Promises, you see her like take the mask off, look around, kind of confused, twitch a little bit, start muttering, and then she turns to look at you, Ramus, and a bolt of fire like leaps into existence from like the space just in front of her eyes and strikes you square in the chest for 19 damage.
Fucking Man of Medan bullshit.
So yeah, you see Broken Promises just looking around, and that's not the first one. Like that's just the first thing that happens. You can feel, all of you can feel the like magical energy kind of like arcing off of Broken Promises, like she's losing control of her power.
Yeah, I start to...
What does everybody do? Ramus, you get hit with a firebolt. It doesn't hurt you as bad as it normally would for another person, but you're a good target. I think Amira probably runs to tackle Broken Promises unless Mahuri, you stop her.
That's what Berg was gonna do.
No, I'm probably
Do you want to help?
Yeah, I'm helping. I think we're
all three of the
we all just
burly
pack-
characters
because
just jump on Broken Promises.
Broken Promises just took her helmet off and then immediately firebolted Ramus's. So we're thinking like, oh God, this is not... Something
They're
is
tackling
wrong.
her.
Yeah.
If Berg notices that they're tackling her, he's gonna grab the mask and like try to,
Put it back on.
And if it's sitting on her, and if it's sitting on her head, like Zeke was saying, then he's gonna like, he's gonna fashion the mask back on.
Okay, so you're gonna try to like the Mahari and Amira will try to wrestle her to the ground, and you're gonna try to get the mask back on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Broken Promises, can you make an athletics check or acrobatics, either one, whichever is fine, and then Mahari make a athletics check with advantage.
Ooh, shit! Damn it!
So slippery.
I mean, I have 25, but she crit, so it doesn't
You have
matter,
advantage. Right? Yeah. So Broken Promises attempts to slip free. Amira and Mahari like drag her to the ground. She's just like speaking in tongues, basically. And then Berg. So Broken Promises, none of this is happening to you. I will tell you what's happening to you. So Berg, she's trying to get away. You grab the mask and like try to like wrench it onto her face. And Ramus, what are you doing? Are you just standing back watching?
Yeah, I think I'm just telling her to get it on her. Put it on her face. She freaking firebolt me. There's something wrong with her. Ow.
There's smoke coming off your chest.
Yeah.
So meanwhile though, while that's happening, Broken Promises, Ramus has like transfixed you. Like everything else is just like blurry and dark except for this like burning Ramus. And you watch as something starts to approach behind Ramus. You see this like dark figure starting to move towards Ramus from behind. What do? You just watch?
I yelled at Ramus to look out. Look out, Ramus! Behind you!
Yeah. So like in a dream, you're like, look out. And it's just like Ramus can't hear you. Ramus is just like standing there looking like a saint on fire. And you see this figure come up behind Ramus, and the figure is like a youngish like man. He has a color of skin you've probably not seen very often, if ever. It's like a dark brown, which is fairly uncommon in the void. Everybody's either gray or light gray. You see him come up, but what's interesting to you is that he's covered in these bluish tattoos. and you smell for a moment, despite the awful ammonia taste in your mouth, you smell a sweet smell of you wouldn't recognize it, but it's like tobacco smoke. And this person, as they're approaching, they have this steely look, and they're drawing a knife, and they're gonna stab Ramus in the back with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to keep shouting to Ramus?
Well, I'm gonna try and kill the guy behind him.
Okay, how?
I am going to do. I'm just thinking, like, all of this stuff. No, I don't have disintegrate. Thank God. Like that's yeah, that's all gone.
Yes, thank God for that.
Let's see. I think I might try to. Oh God, I might try to hypnotic pattern him.
Okay.
Create a twisting pattern of colors that moves through the air. Yes, each creature in the area sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw, or become charmed for the duration. Right. Okay, there it is. So I will try and cast that if I can.
Yeah, 30-foot cube between you and Ramus. That hits everybody. So Berg, Mahuri, Amira, Brooke, like everybody. Suddenly
this
the
is
air is
fun,
full
guys.
of
Are we having fun yet?
Suddenly the air is full of glowing, twisting pattern of hallucinatory colors. Everybody make a wisdom saving throw. All right, Ramus, you're able to like look away in time. Maharib, you are incapacitated.
Great.
Berg, same thing. The two of you just go all like hypnotoad.
It's a good spell, guys. It's a real good spell.
It's a very good spell. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay.
What about Amira?
Yeah, let me roll for her. She's not great at wisdom saves either.
Let's see.
But she gets 20.
Oh, she made it. Nice. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Ramus, you watch as Berg and Maharib kind of go blank. And Amira shouts something at you, Ramus. Like you don't know the words, but you get the impression that she's shouting, "Do something," while she's like struggling to like hold broken promises down.
I go over to Maharib and shake him back to consciousness.
Does that work?
Okay. All right. Let's see. It has to take damage, or if you use an action to shake the creature. Okay, so Ramus runs over and just like, Maharib, get the snap out of it, and starts shaking you around. And Amira looks at broken promises and shrugs, and then just punches you square in the face. So let's see. She's got a plus.
Punches me in the face?
Yes, yeah. She's just like, you know what? I don't have time for this horse shit.
Perfect.
Let's see. Okay, so she slugs you in the mouth. You take, what is an unarmed attack? It's like 1 plus your strength bonus. I think that's how much it is. You take 5 damage.
Yeah, plus your strength.
So she grabs the front of your shirt with one hand, lifts you up off the sand, and then bang, punches you in the face hard enough that your head hits the sand. And it's like suddenly all that stuff you saw with the burning Ramus, and that fades. Your vision doesn't even fade, it snaps away as you see this guy stab Ramus in the back. But Ramus doesn't look surprised or like upset. Ramus just looks down at the knife and kind of like sighs contentedly. And then you're snapped out of your vision. You're still all like fucked up. You see Amira on top of you. You feel a sudden like blossom of pain in your face. And she's looking down at you like, did that work or do I need to punch you again? But she's all blurry and her features are like moving around on her face. And you feel not great.
Do I have the wherewithal to put my mask back on?
Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Nope, I don't.
No, yeah, you don't even. I think you look over at your mask, and you see the mask lying face up in the sand, and it grows legs, little like insect legs, and it runs away from you. And you just watch it like run off into the desert.
No, and I grab her. Can I recognize it's Amira?
Yeah, like it. Yes, it's either a Mira or like something that looks like a Mira, but its mouth
I
is up
grab
here
her
and
by
its
the
eyes are down there.
shoulders. Yeah, I grab her by the shoulders and say, "Save Ramus! Save Ramus! Someone is killing him! Someone's attacking him! From behind! Please!"
Okay, so that's what you try to say. What actually comes out? I'll let you decide what gibberish comes out of your mouth instead.
Garv Modadka! Wotahan! Ramus!
So you get about that far in before she punches you in the face again.
Wow!
Like she's just like, stop it!
Jeez.
Bang!
It's
Like
going well.
hits you in the face again. Yep. So you take another 5 damage.
Okay.
And she turns back and looks at Ramus and Mahuri. You're just being shaken out of your stupor.
Okay.
And this is what you see. You see Amira punching Broken Promises in the face. Berg standing there, eyes kind of like glazed over. Actually, Broken Promises, make a Constitution save because this might break your concentration. You make 2 actually because you got punched twice.
Yeah, if you get hit in the face, right?
10.
I think.
Okay.
Hold on a second. There is. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Nope. You're whether you mean to be or not, you're still concentrating on the spell.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of come to her out of the pattern. Her mask, where's she at? And I kind of like see her, and I look for the mask. Do I see the mask around?
Yes, yeah, you see the mask lying on the sand. In the fracas, it got knocked away a little bit.
Okay, I go and grab the mask, and we'll attempt to try to put it on her.
Okay, so you run over to do that, and when you run over, we follow you over to the mask. We see you crouch down to pick it up. You pick it up, and ash like drifts off of it, and you hear something a little ways away from you. You see there's like a little like swirling of ash. The wind has picked up some ash and is blowing it around, and you hear a kind of like a rattling hiss. And it's as you look up, you see 2 faint points of greenish light appear in the sand, and it's starting to take on, or in the ash, and it's starting to take on a form.
Okay. Do I know what form?
I think before we ask any more questions or do anything else, I think we need to roll initiative.
Sure.
All this flopping around has invited a strange entity at the edge of your vision. So let's all roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's rolling great. We're all great. I forgot to tell you.
Why didn't you say that?
I'm sorry that you got that, Berg. That's terrible.
Don't
So
you have
here's the great
advantage,
thing.
Max?
No, yes.
Oh.
So for Max to get a 4 on initiative, 2 1s, double ones have to be possible, which is great because there's actually while we're here, while we're in this place, the rules of the game have changed somewhat.
Oh, great.
So I have them on a little sheet, and I will show it to all of you, and then JP, you can show it to chat, and then I'll go through it.
Right.
So I'll put this in. All players' journals. You should be able to see it. Cool. Okay. Can you see that, JP? That little. I mean, your journal. It's called rules. It's called rules changes in the vein.
Yes.
Okay. Let me show you the description and notes. Give me 1 second. I forgot that they're different.
The game has changed.
There it is. Okay. All right. So as long as you are in this liminal space, this cursed place, all perception and investigation checks are made with advantage, and your passive perception is all 5 higher than it normally would be. If you attempt to resist disease or poison, this is you or anyone, it is a disadvantage. In combat, if you take the ready action, then you have advantage on whatever it is that you do. If you don't act right away, if you delay and take ready action instead. Any spell or ability that grants extra actions or any bonus to initiative doesn't work here. Illusions are resisted at disadvantage, and deception is made at advantage. So we'll all try to keep those things in mind.
Okay. I already have enough problems with the regular rules. Can't harp on me about it. We're gonna add these.
Why?
extra-
Why do you have to give me more rules? All right, let me roll for Amira here, and then we'll do the damn thing. Okay. All right. So, Amira does not know that there is something dangerous approaching at the edge of your vision.
Right.
So she is just trying to like shake broken promises awake, or like just snap out of it. Stop being on drugs. That's what she's doing this turn. Broken promises. You can make a wisdom save to try to like break out of it. Nope. Okay, so instead, you do a random thing, which is, let me see, I should not have closed this table. Nothing. Okay, so you just are high. That is what you do this turn.
I can do
You
that.
just
Yeah.
are freaked
Just
out.
be high,
Yeah.
man. That's all you gotta
Just
do.
be high. Yep.
Just hang out,
Okay,
man. Just live.
So the thing at the edge of your vision, becomes visible enough that you can see it. It appears to be a cloud of ash, and there is a sort of baleful greenish light within it, and you can hear it whispering as it coalesces into its material shape. And when it does, let's see.
It's a really nice guy.
Yeah, it's just like, hey man, what's up? You guys seem lost. There's a Burger King down the way.
Well,
Welcome
yeah.
back.
It would be a
It's
Wendy's.
across this highway.
We're
We
in
just gotta
Germany.
run
It's that
across it.
German Wendy's that we found.
Sorry, there's a Burger Kaiser just over the road here. No, so what happens is that it congeals, and you feel this like weight of like anger that builds up around it, and then the ash and dust around you starts to swirl violently. So I need you to make a saving throw.
Just me?
It is a dexterity. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
All right. Food. I want to use inspiration.
Oh, one for you too, Berg, because it's actually able to do like a 20-foot. So it'll
What am I doing?
get the two of you.
Can I?
Dexterity saving throw. So Berg, you notice the sand start to, or the dust and ash start to swirl around you and like tear at your clothes and what have you. So
Not bad.
I'm going to use my inspiration because I feel like this thing's. I don't know what this thing is, so I'm scared of the unknown.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, I think. 16.
you both failed.
Fuck.
You motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
All right, so you both take 73 necrotic damage.
Hold on.
And hang on.
Would that have invoked a danger sense?
It did.
Yeah, but you
Advantage it did,
Yeah, but you
yeah,
had
yeah.
advantage anyway. And then Berg, you lose 2 strength, and Maharib, you lose 6.
Fuck.
As the wind tears through you and saps your strength. Now, this experience for Maharib is one thing, right? You can hear this howling, the bits of bone and the wind swirl around and through you, and you can hear like shrieking. But for you, Berg, you pick out voices within the thing, like specifically calling to you, shouting about how you feel this. You don't pick out individual words, but you know that this thing is doing this to you because you deserve it, because you killed them, you destroyed the city, you are why this happened. You could have let us live. It was not our time. And so you feel this like wash over you. And that's
So 73
that's my-
damage and minus 2 off of my strength.
Yeah, 73. Yep, 73. I believe it was necrotic damage. Yeah,
Wait, so hold
no,
on a
it's
sec.
slashing. It's
I was
slashing,
gonna
but
say,
it
'cause
doesn't
if it was
matter.
necrotic damage, that's a big deal.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, well, but you're not raged yet, so it's still 73, right?
Oh, so it's not necrotic? Okay. Woof.
I didn't get a
No,
chance
it's not
to look at
necrotic.
it.
It's slashing. Yeah, because it's bits of like chunks of bone that are like rasping against your skin. And then you lose strength from the weakness. And
8 HP. Sick.
yeah, and then I think that's all
And 2
that it's
strength, you
doing.
said. Oop, oop.
Yeah, my strength is down to 6.
Oh, hold on.
14.
When it drains life force from its victim. Okay, no, it's not gonna do the thing. Okay.
I'll remember
all right.
I had 18 strength before Max forgets in the future. I had 18 strength.
Just mark
Okay,
it down your character
so-
sheet.
Yeah, I should do that.
Ramus, now you see this. You see the two of them get savaged by this terrible wind. Ramus, what are you gonna do?
Oh God.
You're a cleric. That's an appropriate response.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you can see the thing out here because Maharib is illuminating it.
Yeah, I think I am going to. Oh God, I'm gonna cast Bless on Maharib, Berg,
Nice.
and myself. That'll be what I'll do for my turn.
Okay.
And then
Alright,
I'm going to. I'm going to just move. Move more on this side so he can't hit me with a line spell.
All right. Yeah, this is what that dude looks like. Look at him. He's so scary.
jeez.
He's grabbing you.
This dude is that to the north there?
Yeah, he's up here. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, Berg. You are blessed by Ramus's power. You also have this weird guilt demon thing all up in your business. What do you want to do?
It's one of those times I really wish I could rage and then also whisper to the hammer.
Yeah.
To light it up. But let's rage.
Max, we should just start doing push-ups and get our strength
check-
back. You know?
You're gonna check something.
Let me
aren't you?
check.
You
Let me check something
son of
for
a-
you, Berg.
Are you gonna check to see if this is like rage for bonus action, whatever you're checking?
I'm checking if you rage immediately at the beginning of the thing and what is the qualifier for
Yeah,
that.
what's the qualifications? You're seeing if that adheres to the new rules.
If you are
You're gonna
surprised
do
and
it.
aren't incapacitated. Okay, you weren't really surprised. Yeah, so no, that's different. It's for a surprise round. So no, you still have to rage as part of your act. So it costs a bonus action.
Right. Okay. So I rage. And then I think that's within my speed.
Yeah, it's not difficult
then
terrain.
smack
I
the
mean,
dude.
like it's difficult, but it's not capital D difficult.
Yep. Go up there and smack that dude. Cause ow.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus.
Yep.
Okay.
You have bless, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do not hit it.
Fantastic.
You
Second
swing the
attack.
hammer and passes.
Let's just forget
through
about that. That doesn't even happen.
You can roll Bless to see if you get it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, don't forget to roll the bless. I don't think it may not be possible on the first one, but we'll see. So roll a d4 for that
Roll
first
one
hit.
d4.
Yeah. No, so it's a miss, and then do it again on the second one
Gotcha.
because you do have bless. Yep.
There you go.
Okay, that one hits. Yep. All right. So let me see if this thing.
And then I would do
Let me see what
1d6
this thing
plus
is
6, right?
resistant to.
Because it's the first hit.
Lightning, bludgeoning. Okay. So yes, you do 10, 13, and then this is your first hit. So roll that d6 plus 6. Ah, damn. All right, another 10. Okay. So yeah, you rush over and you take a swing, and the hammer passes through the ash. Some of it dissipates, and you feel like a response. Like when you hit it, you're hitting something. And there's more howling and shrieking. The shards of bone like whirl around you when you attack it. And and I think that when you rush up to fight it, you see for a moment it takes on the the appearance of the like burnt and broken corpse of an Aharisa soldier. And so you see the familiar, like the red outfit. And so you see for a moment in the mist, you see the soldier trying to fight you, and you smash into him, and he dissipates back into the cloud. So that's move, attack, bonus action. I think you're done, right?
Beat their asses once, I'll do it again, you stupid fucking city. Ah!
So Maharib, it is your turn.
Let's see how far this thing is. Wait, did the ruler get changed? Oh, okay. It's okay. Nope. I'm just gonna go up there and attack it.
Okay.
Shield is still out, so these are one-handed attacks.
Yes.
Miss.
You miss. You swing out the axe.
I think that's a miss.
You miss
too.
again.
Yep.
That's
Third one's a hit. Yep.
You
Don't
can
forget
roll
the
your
bless.
bless for the second one.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
The
you
second
can
one's
roll
worth it's worth the bless. You might hit it.
18.
Yes, you do hit that second one.
You take
Nice.
8 damage and 6 damage.
Okay, and then I assume you want to wound it.
Yes.
All right, let's give it 1 wound. Wonk. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, so you rush up with your void axe and you hack into the swirling cloud of chunks of bone. You hit a skull.
I didn't even think about it. When me and him attack something together, it's like hammers fucking damage and then voids damage. It's a
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you got light and darkness both like swinging in. Yeah. Cool.
Like the Bash Brothers,
all right.
Max. You know that reference?
Yeah, we're the couple that shouldn't exist in you know.
So Amira is gonna try to help Broken Promises wake up. She gives you a good hard smack in the face. Broken Promises.
Perfect.
Gets a 16. So make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Smack! Like wake up, idiot! We have
16?
bigger problems. Yes. Okay. You snap out of it, so you can take your turn. Go ahead and do that.
How much
God.
damage did you do? Another 5?
Another 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. All right.
Bam! Just
There we go.
karate
Alright.
chops you in the neck, and oh God, you wake up. You have this big tiefling lady punching you.
Fucking
It's
bloody
some
nose.
people's
Just
dream.
like, what the fuck
Yeah.
happened? Why are you hitting me? Someone stabbed Ramus in the back.
Yep.
All right. So I'm up. Can I get my mask back on?
Your mask is
Is it
sitting
It crawled
it's over
away
there.
though.
Yes, the mask is sitting over there.
Okay. Well, fuck. I think more immediate things are at hand here, so I'm going to run over to the mask. I'm going to be right on top of it, and then I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast haste on Maharib.
You can't.
Those don't work in this realm.
Yeah, those don't work.
What don't work?
Haste.
Spells or abilities that grant extra actions or bonus to initiative do not function in this place.
Oh,
It's one of those newfangled rules.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
Adam laughing, not Max. Just FYI.
Yeah. I can laugh
For
at
For
that
the
because it's kind
the
of a cool
MP3
ability.
listeners out there.
Okay. So
Yeah, my original plan for the rules changes was that attacks by anyone named Maharib automatically fail. Anybody named Berg takes triple damage, and any character played by Zeke immediately dies whenever I say so.
It's true.
Those were the
Yeah.
Also Ramus gets triple experience, but that was back when Dan was going to pay me to change the rules.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it couldn't come with the money.
Okay. Well, then I'll just. I'm guessing taking the mask and putting it back on as an action.
Yeah, you can run over and pick it up, but putting it on and doing up the buckles and stuff, that could be your action.
That's what I'll do then.
Yeah, you need that mask on. Well met.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll a d6 for no reason at all.
Of course.
And then the thing is going to do its turn.
Cool.
I don't think it
Okay.
regenerated.
So
Gotta
let's
go with
see.
no on that.
All right.
Go.
So it's going to
Spooky soul beast of the city of brass.
gonna attack. I'm gonna roll randomly because it doesn't. Actually, it's gonna attack Berg because Berg it hates you. So it's gotta take its damage
that's
first.
fair.
Takes a D4.
Well,
Get in
nice.
line,
wound.
stupid soul
The
beast.
wound deals it 4 damage.
Hell
and then
yeah,
it's gotta
it
make a
does.
save.
It ain't
Con
coming
save.
back, bitch.
Let's see. It does save against the wound.
Fuck.
So that wound is cleared. And then now it's gonna attack Berg. So let me see here. All right, here we go. We got a 23.
Nice.
It's a hit.
Okay. So you take
Oh.
20. Ignore the strength on the first one. You take 22 slashing damage and 4 strength damage.
Meaning he loses 4 strength?
Yes.
What? Now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but if we reach 0 strength, we die, correct?
It depends on the monster. It really depends. Yeah. So here's the thing. We got to talk about a few things happen. So basically it forms an arm. We see a bunch of arms kind of form and build into one with big long claws, and it shoves its hand into your chest, Berg. You feel the cold weight of darkness pass over you and through you. You take a bunch of damage. So it deals slashing damage on the hit, which you do halve. So you take 11, which I think is still more than you have.
Yep.
And then you take another 4 strength damage. But if you're at 0, let's take a look at what your
Yeah, I know.
let's take a look at what your because you have all these abilities for like dying and not dying and whatever.
is all I have.
So first thing that kicks in is your half orc racial. So instead of dying, you drop to 1.
I don't die. I come back.
You
up.
get a free shot. So take your free shot.
Yep.
Writing down half orc used. Okay. All right. So you take your free shot. You get a 21. Is that with the correct modifier? It doesn't matter. You're going to hit anyway, but your strength drops by 4.
Yeah.
First.
I mean,
You have to type it in, though, Max, so it registers the hit correctly.
So your strength is 12 now?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
If it drops by 4 more, yes, it should be 12.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you set it in as 12.
There, it's set.
Okay, so it would be 2 less. You still hit. So you deal 10, and then you do get the 1d6 plus 5.
Okay.
So roll that, or plus 6. And then I'll take all the damage off. All right, so another 11. So 10, 13, 24.
Nice.
Okay. And you're at 1 hit point.
I'm at 1. Yeah, I'm adjusting it.
Yeah. And I think that is it for this thing's turn. Oh, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Okay, you're
Biggie.
fine. All right, Ramus, your turn.
That's all you got. It's just
Yeah,
getting
and, like,
his
it's-
strength sapped from him.
You're only slightly right now. You're only slightly stronger than like a normal human.
Before Ramus goes, can I use Sentinel since it attacked? Oh, never mind. It's only opportunity. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, it's when it tries to move. Yeah.
Yep, ignore.
You can use your. Well, hold on. So when a
Yeah,
creature
what
within
about-
your reach makes an attack against a target other than you,
Oh,
and
so
that
I
target
can't
doesn't
use
have
it.
the feat, use your reaction to make a melee. Yeah, you can do a melee attack. That's
All
fine.
right, here's melee attack. 24. It's a hit for 10 damage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you haven't inflicted a wound yet this round. You want to do that?
Well, it hasn't come back to me yet, so technically it would still be this round for me, right?
It has to be. Yeah, you went. After you is the beginning of the next round, so no, you can inflict a wound now.
Okay, then I'll.
You just won't be able to on your turn.
Sure, I'll inflict it now. Then why not?
Yeah, right. It's like 6 and 1, half dozen the other. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ramus, now you can.
All right. I'm going to cast Scorching. I'm going to hold action to cast Scorching Ray as a 3rd level spell.
What is the thing? What is the thing that you that triggers your Scorching Ray?
If it's going to harm one of my allies, I'm going to fire at the creature.
Okay. All right. So you prepare the spell. Cool.
Wait, never mind. I can't do that. Sorry, I can't concentrate. That'd take my concentration.
Oh yeah, because you already have bless up.
let's-
But yes, smart
Um,
move. But once bless
yeah.
is down, yeah.
True.
So instead, I'm going to cast harm on it.
Uh-oh.
It
Okay.
has to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 19, and take either full or half.
Okay. Roll. Go ahead and roll the damage. On save. Okay, it's a 14.
So it'll take
Ew.
34
So
damage.
many
look at all those
ones.
ones.
What the
Jeez.
Yeah,
fucking Christ,
lot
that
of ones.
roll.
That was a
So
lot of
don't worry
ones.
about it. Don't worry about it because it takes 34 damage, which it then reduces to 0. It cannot be harmed by necrotic damage.
Okay.
Well,
No.
Yeah. So you conjure up the spell. This would kill any mortal, but this thing just shrugs it off completely.
you tried.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be your sub notification noise, Dan. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
stuff.
I'll just hang out over here in the corner and be cool.
That happened. Yep. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I could have been less of a dick about that and just been like, "Don't worry about it. He doesn't take any damage." I figured we should just play out the whole thing. Okay. All right. Well, Max isn't here to take his turn.
Uh-oh.
So
He
I
would
don't
just
worry
attack,
about
though,
that.
you know?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he's come
that.
back. He's
got
here.
one hit
There
point. Perfect timing. Good.
What happened?
It's your
What
turn.
happened?
Alright.
Are we more
It
fucked
is
up?
your-
I had to let the dog out.
It's your
Hit
turn,
it.
Max. Please.
Okay. Oh, that looks like a lot of. What happened?
Nothing. Dan
maybe
rolled
it's fine.
poorly, but it didn't matter anyways.
Okay. That sounds great. All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna.
like
Right,
Tanacon. Looked like it was gonna be great, then nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light it up. You know.
Okay. Bonus action.
And smackarooski.
Yes.
Pretty
a
good
hit.
hit.
For 12, 13, 14, 15, and then roll that d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 more, or 1 more attack, rather.
I'm also gonna
Another 8.
do my thing that roll one that extra weapons extra.
Oh, yeah, roll
one additional
another
time.
radiant. Okay.
Yeah. What is it again? It's just another 1d6 or let me see.
Yeah, you just pick.
2d6.
You pick a die. So in this case, it's a d6. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So just roll another d6. That's how much radiant. And
I'm
then
just
you can
bad
give
at
me-
typing right now.
It's okay. You only have 12 strength.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then your second attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hit. Yep. That deals 10, 17. Okay. Excellent. All right, Maharib.
3 attacks, and I already wounded for this turn, correct? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. 3
Get that
attacks. 24 is a hit for 12 damage. Second attack, 17. Let me roll the bless.
Yeah, roll bless on that one.
2, 19
Yep, that's it.
for 6. And third and final
Okay.
attack, 22, which is a hit for 9.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you're laying into it. Amira is going to use her turn running over to help. So she draws her sword and runs over to join the fight. Broken promises. You have your mask on. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna move over there. Like, let's see, where there. Okay. And I'm going to let's see. I think I can do Yeah, I think I can do lightning bolt and have it be because it's a straight line. I think I can clip the edge of her without hitting my friends.
You'll hit Berg.
Right, like this.
Yeah.
Like, not like that. Like that. Can I like that's what I'm saying?
Like that. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That way you can hit it without hitting Berg.
Okay, cool.
I will lightning bolt his pinky.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lightning
just
bolt the butt cheek that's hanging out.
He's one of those
it's just
guys
like
that when he
really-
attacks, pinky's out. I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
It's old Counter Strike. You just need to snipe him in the toe and he's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do the thing.
Okay.
And it's a deck save.
Whoops. Sorry.
Yes, deck save for half, I believe. Yes, half damage.
A 12, so it takes full damage.
Yep. And then I did it as a 4th level, so it is 96.
Fuck him up.
96.
Hey, that's a
38.
pretty good roll.
Okay. It only takes half damage. This thing is resistant to lightning. You do hurt it, but the lightning bolt passes through it and obliterates some parts of it, but not nearly as much as if it were a living creature.
Zeke, if you were to say something when you casted the lightning bolt, what would you say?
I would say something. Oh, it's shocking. Something.
Okay. Boom.
Oh, nice. Look at that. That's cool. Real fast.
Maybe a little lightning bolt. It's for kicks. Okay. All right. Anything else this turn? Broken promises?
No, I'm good now.
All right. Roll this d6. Okay. All right. So it's going to, let's see here.
I rolled a 1. I think that's good. I think it recharges that bullshit on 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah, it's just going to attack. So it will continue to attack Berg.
Oh, come on. I destroyed your little city. Get over it.
Oh, you know what? It's going to use an ability. Okay. So it forms two arms and plunges them into the ash around you. And you hear suddenly screaming sounds all around you, screams of pain and fear. You hear buildings breaking and crumbling. You hear fires burning, and all of a sudden, all of this suddenly like crashes over you. And I need everybody to make some saving throws. I believe that they are Constitution save, please, from everybody. As this magical circle of very bad, not good necrotic energy appears all around you.
Oh, boy.
And I think Bless affects saving throws, maybe? So if it
Yep.
does, you
Fuck
can go ahead
me.
and add.
It does.
I rolled a 16.
I'm gonna use my lucky to roll again.
Okay.
Thank God.
I rolled a fucking 3.
Roll my d4.
DC is, I think, 18. DC is 18.
I nailed it with the bless. Woo!
Okay, so you take half damage. This is necrotic. You take half damage if you got it. If you failed, you take the full. Let's see how I roll. 38.
Okay, not the worst.
38
I think
damage.
that may, and let me check my math here. Hold on. Yes, that may knock me down, and then I have to
Okay,
use my
all right.
relentless
So
rage.
I think
Yeah,
you
but-
have.
Max, if you get knocked down,
I get up again.
you get up again. And
You ain't never gonna keep me down.
You're
you
never gonna
stupid
keep you down,
soul
Max.
beast.
yeah, never.
So let's see.
More like
when
city of ass. Am I right?
Got
Wow,
him.
just
Got
make
him.
fun of the city that you destroyed and all the people that died in that horrible accident.
Yep.
Okay, so I think this one is your relentless rage.
It's relentless rage. Yeah, I'll pop it there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. All right. So on relentless rage, you make a Constitution DC 10 con save. Make that save. You almost always get the first one for free. Okay, there you go.
Easy
All right.
peasy.
Half orc used, and then you've made the relentless. You've made the 10. So next up is the
Means
15.
I come back and I get a shot.
I think you only get that once per rest, but maybe you get more. Let me check.
I think that's how we played it.
Do you remember what the
before.
ability is
if
called?
If it's not correct, I mean, then I won't do it. But
Relentless endurance you use once. What is the name of that thing where it's like when you come back and you get a free shot?
I'm looking.
You have a lot of abilities.
I do, yeah. Not that.
No. Okay. So Orcish Fury is related to Relentless Endurance. You've already used it. That's done. It's not attached to your other thing. Okay.
Well.
All right. Cool. That's fine. Okay. So you're at 1 hit point again.
Back to one.
You've died twice so far. Okay. All right. That's it for its turn. Ramus, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to not deal necrotic damage to it this time.
Oh, did that like help it?
Okay, I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon beside it and
Okay.
take a swing.
You find you a spiritual weapon.
19 hit.
A 19 does hit. Yes, and it is not immune to force damage. So.
Deals 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going
Random
to
number.
see. I'm gonna move up a few feet.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to use my channel divinity to it has to make a DC 19 Constitution save.
Right,
Take
and this is your
25
like
radiant-
golden radius,
Yeah.
like blasting effect. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And
It's
what? It's a con.
25 or half con save.
All right, let's see how it goes. Constitution. Here we go. Whoop. I get a 24, so it takes half damage.
Okay. Yep.
Well, pretty good. All right. So for a moment, a sphere of divine light illuminates the little gully that you're in as it blasts out from Ramus and washes over this creature. Touches all the rest of you harmlessly, but when it hits the creature of ash, the thing screams in rage, and obviously is harmed by it.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn.
Cool. All right, Berg.
All right. Attack.
That is a miss,
And
but roll blast.
Roll the 1d4.
On a 4, you hit. Fuck.
No.
I think an 18 hits,
Oh wait,
doesn't
you
it?
got a 3. Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh,
18
Oh, yeah,
hit.
no, that
hits
is.
as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah.
19 hits.
For
Yep,
some reason I
18's
read
a
it as a
hit.
14
You got it.
too. Nice.
Roll damage. So
And then
10, 17.
6 plus 6.
Pretty close. Okay. And then you want a second attack?
Mhm.
Okay, 22 for another. Okay, yes, you kill it. So
Oh, God.
on your second attack, so the first one weakens it. It's starting to dissipate. And your second attack swings in, and you hit something crucial to its existence deep inside the cloud of ash. Bits of bone fragments slash against your arm as you plunge the hammer into it, and then there's a cracking sound, and the thing spins apart and disappears.
Berg says,
Your time is done.
Yeah. So you're still like just savagely good. Just throw that in there. So you're still like exhausted, but you have defeated it with the power of your inner fury. So your relentless rage, Berg, will continue at the current level that it's at until you get a long rest. So it's currently set at 15 for the next time you use relentless rage. So I'll make a note of that here on my notes. And then for the strength damage, let me see. I think it recovers on a long rest. Yes, you'll recover all of your strength damage next time you get a long rest.
let's sleep. Like, now.
Yeah, we probably
Let's
should.
just lie down.
Got
So
strength,
that's
I
I
gotta
think that
recover,
I think that
I got
blow.
HP.
I think that hammer blow. I think that's the last thing that we see. Right? It's the crashing down of the thing. The thing spins away into semi, and we see Berg taking these big heaving breaths, all slashed up, and ready to die, but holding on.
Yeah. Cool.
Work to still hunt. You don't know how much he needed that win.
That's true. I mean, you did most of the damage of that fight, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Before we do shoutouts, I want to share this fun story that just happened. I started smelling something in my room, and I was like, what the fuck is that smell? Like, did someone leave food out? Did Ollie, like, go to the rest? Did the cats, like, shit on the floor? What's going on? Apparently, the dog took a shit upstairs, but he took a shit on a vent, and so the poop fell
Fantastic.
into the air vent, which then feeds straight into my room. So now, there's nothing I can do. The poop is just in the air vent. There's nothing I can do.
Take the vent off.
Oh, here it comes. Here's Ollie right here. Do some shit.
You were talking about my poop? You were talking about my poop, weren't you?
He's pulling the chair. He's all over the place.
Good stuff.
Good lord. Zeke, do some shout outs here.
All right.
Oh, it smells so bad. Zeke, go ahead.
Well, I don't know how I can follow that. What's up, everybody? My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me. Oh, jeez. What? Hold on. Do I have something? Oh, it's just my gray beard.
Zeke, I thought you were doing a gag like, oh god, what's that smell?
Yeah, I thought you were doing that too.
Oh God. What's
Coming
up,
through the
everybody?
stream.
It's coming all the way through the internet. You can find me at /Ezekiel_II. I just got back from Burning Man, and I'm recovering. I didn't do any cast yesterday because I needed sleep, and today because my neck was and is still really hurting me just from like, I don't know, soreness or whatever. But I will be on Drop Frames tomorrow and Nocturne after that. And then Thursday will be my first full cast back, and I'll be sharing all of my pictures and stories and whatnot from Burning Man if you guys want to tune in for the first part. And then for the second part, I'll be playing a game called, I don't know, called whatever.
Nice.
Either, Control, Devil May Cry, Man of Medan. I don't know what we're doing.
Hey, maybe ancestors.
So, maybe Ancestors. Maybe we'll get some ape shenanigans in there. I don't know. But follow my Twitter if you want to know what's going on. Thank you guys for role playing with me. That's all I got.
Thanks, Zeke. Hey, Max, you want to do some shout outs there, bud?
Hey, I'll do them just because you asked.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm GassyMexican. I also have gray in my beard. Like this, youthful. Like this, longer and gray. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the shit you got to endure, JP. Yeah, if you guys want to check me out on anything else, I am a Ryan Broadcaster here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/GassyMexican. Everything, just type that into Google. You'll find my stuff. I'm not going to be casting tonight, but tomorrow we'll be probably playing some more something. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, thanks to the rest of the cast and Adam for allowing it to happen. Good to be back.
Cool. Dan, some shout outs, please.
Hi, I'm DansGaming, variety streamer on Twitch. I'll be playing lots of World of Warcraft this week, but tomorrow we'll be checking out the Gears of War 5 campaign to see if it's any good. Hopefully it is. But thanks for having me on the show. This is my favorite day of the week, doing D&D, and I can't wait to do more next week.
Awesome stuff. We'll see you next week. Last but not least, Adam, some shout outs, then we'll do some XP.
All right, I'm in the middle of doing 17 million things. If you want to ask questions or have a conversation about today's episode of Court of Swords, you can do that over at community.itmeJP.com. Just post the link in the chat. There it is. Thank you, everybody, for coming and watching. Thanks to the cast for being awesome. Congratulations, everyone, on your good luck and not dying today.
Yeah.
I thought maybe somebody would eat it to that hurricane, but I didn't get to reroll so nicely. You survived. Congratulations. You can find me on Twitter at Skinnyghost or on Twitch, twitch.tv/Adam Coble. And if you want to kind of see what's ahead for the players in this campaign, go to the Q&A thread and click on that YouTube link because I did some GM prep and I've got a whole bunch more weird surprises for them over on my YouTube channel. So go and check that out. I think that's it for me. Let's hand out some experience points.
Cool. Also,
So,
I didn't make
I
it
think-
this week,
oh,
but
go
I'll
ahead.
do shout outs next week. I'll have my own shout out card because we're on everyone's channel, so I'm not going to end. We
Yeah.
ran into the same thing that happened on Drop Frames where I don't want to end the stream and then just talk to everyone's channel about what my plans are for the next day. So I'm just going to include it in the show itself. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, Adam. Go ahead.
It's Twitch. Those are the rules. You have to be promoted on other people's channels.
Yeah, that's how to succeed.
So, Ramus, and I think this is going to be the case for most of y'all until we get out the other side of the thing. Let me check though. So, Ramus is level 14. Okay, I am ready to go. So you worked on getting Broken Promises to the other side alive, traversing the vein, and escaping the void. So 3 worked towards, which is now, what, 700, I think, for you?
700?
A pop?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got 2,100 this session. For a Broken Promises. Are you 13 yet?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No, you're 12? Okay. All right. Traverse the vein. Earn Amira's trust. I think you worked on both of those, whether you intended to or not. Amira punching you in the face. That whole little, like, thing. And then you're, actually, you actively worked towards it because you volunteered to go after Maharib. You took on that responsibility, and she likes that. So I'm gonna mark some. I've got my little advancement clocks. I'm gonna mark that friend clock. So there we go. Okay, so you worked on 2 of your 3. So you're gonna get 1,200, I think. Let me do the math real quick. Yep, 1,200 experience for you. Berg, you worked on traversing the vein and escaping the void. So that's 1,300 for you.
We did not escape.
1,300.
We did not.
No, you're still escaping. This is this weird in between.
Why are you gonna do this to me? I'm so
Yeah.
fucking close.
You said you were going to level, and I was
You're
like,
very-
Max, you're not going to level.
You're very close. And then Maharib, you also attempt to escape the void, and then worked on honoring the oath. So that's 50 times 13 times 2, so 1,300 for you as well, Maharib.
1,300 you said for me before.
Yes. Yeah. Same for both.
I'm 17
experience.
20
Does-
away,
Oh my
Max.
god.
Does
close are you, Max?
anyone want to change their goals?
460.
460
XP away. That's how far.
I will not change my goals.
No. You know, I thought I would change it after working on it and being so close. I think I just want to.
Did your voice just cracked when he said that? It was a.
Yes, because it's really emotional for me.
I thought it would change it.
I can crack my voice and will.
Zeke, you keeping
yeah,
the goals?
wow.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. I think we're all good.
That's where I'm at. Look how fucking close. So upsetting.
460 XP away. You'll get it next time.
Yeah.
Next time,
I'm
I'll be-
1,800 away from level 13.
Right.
So-
Yeah, you got another 10,000. 10,000? Yeah, 10,000 to go, I think. 100,000. I don't know.
20.
It's math. Whoever
20,000.
maths on stream can figure that out. We will call that an episode, though. We're going to go do our post show for Patreon. So if you want to watch that, it's over at patreon.com/roleplay. I'll get that posted up later tonight. Far Verona Season 2 should have an episode on Saturday. Then we've got a one-shot coming up with Adam at the helm for Dungeon World with Asa and Morgan Butterfield. Asa Butterfield from like Sex Education and Ender's Game is going to be joining us on there. Then also Dodgers, the 4th chair. We've already created characters. That video will not be on Patreon, but we are all good to go on the 22nd at 5 p.m. Eastern. So
If you are interested in a special little preview of that stuff, the notes that I made during character creation are in 2 months ago, the roleplay zine. So if you're a backer at that level, go dive into the archives if you haven't watched it. And if you want to see those notes, they're in that zine.
sounds
Maybe
good.
34 or 35.
That's it for us tonight. We'll see you guys for Drop Frames tomorrow here on this channel with Zeke and co. No guest. And then probably going to be checking out Dan. I think I've heard that the Gears campaign is actually good, ? But it might come from a biased source. So I'll talk to you about it off stream from what I've heard, because I don't think NDA's up.
Okay.
So we'll go from there. Anyways, we're out. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.